All right, so Grixis Conjecture. What on God's green earth is this deck trying to do? For starters, what is our win condition? It's Conjecture into double explosion, I think. I don't have a way to pull things out of the sideboard, so Banefire is a post-board plan. Is the only win condition is treasure map into Karn, and then explosion out of the main deck. All right, let's see how this goes. Seems interesting. The tournament is at noon Central tomorrow. Remember, if you're watching this video on YouTube in the future, to hit that like button, ring that bell, and leave a comment down below. If you're one of my current watchers, that's a wonderful reminder that everything I stream does get archived on my YouTube channel. So if you can't catch all of a deck that you think is sweet, be sure to check out that for the replays later. Yeah, 6/6 mana is a lot of mana, Ace Piece. It seems fine. Like, needs a third land, but Discovery helps us get there. We're playing in the constructed event because there's no ladder for best of 3, Big Kitty. You know how to reel me in. I'm gonna bin the 7 mana spell. Am I? I have double Powerstone Shards. I'm actually gonna keep both of these. We can actually play this like on turn like 5, right? Yeah, I'll be streaming the tournament tomorrow and I'll be uploading it just like everything else that I stream. White-black lands into Dawn of Hope, or they are something kind of aggressive. So if I pay 2, and I do this, and then I do this, and then I could do this. All right, I'm kind of into it. We've assembled Tron, chat. Oh, look, a 5 mana spell. Who wants to Stone Rain them? Listen, I've met you, Twitch chat. I know the answer to who wants to Stone Rain them is yes, please now. You weren't using that one. Boom goes the dynamite. What a low variance game, this Magic the Gathering. Oh, jeez. That's a triple Powerstone Shards explosion coming up. All right. How do we win the game? Figured it out. Filthy Tron players. Just boop him on the nose. Who needs? Someone was asking why there weren't div visits. We've got Embercool mana. We need no div visit. Don't mind me. Listen, I'm a giver, so I'm gonna let them draw 15 cards. Enjoy. I mean, I'm taking something away from them, and I just will give them a little bit back. I have no idea what they're doing. We saw they're playing like Esper Midrange. They played a Knight. Are they playing some kind? They're probably a History of Benalia deck, right? Good smart money's on History of Benalia. Should we be done playing this deck, because this is the pinnacle, right? We've peaked. There's no possible way we get better from here. triple Powerstone Shards into Expansion Explosion. That's a heck of a thing to ramp into. It is a fantastical thing to ramp up into. Red aggro or white aggro are the two best decks to be playing on the ladder. They're good and they are aggressive, so they win games quickly. And aggro decks in Magic tend to be, what's the word I'm searching for? Tend to be good game one decks, since it's the ladder's best of one. They're a good choice. Yeah, I mean, they were missing land drops, right? So we wanted to help them out, let them draw some cards. You don't want to be mean. Yeah, white splash red aggro is really good. I'm pretty sure I'm playing that tomorrow in the Twitch tournament. It's great. It's not like Powerstone Shard's great, but it's really close. So here's just like good basic, here's good simple logic for people who are like, well, if the aggro decks are the best deck, then I should play the anti-aggro deck to beat up on them. Not everybody who plays Magic the Gathering is interested in only playing the best deck. So it's correct to always play the best deck if you just want to win, rather than trying to be cute and metagame, because you're gonna run into enough people who aren't playing the best deck that you should have just played the best deck. You're gonna run into, like, you play a deck that's like metagame to beat aggro, you're gonna run into a bunch of control decks and just like hate yourself. Hey, do it, sure. That, I think that's a different language. Anyway, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, I'm in for another red source here, right? That's fine. Copying others is no fun for you, maybe. There are a lot of people who get a lot of enjoyment out of playing Magic the Gathering simply by playing the decks. If you're someone who enjoys brewing, that's great, but there's no need to like crap on someone else for how they enjoy playing the game just because they enjoy it in a different way than you. I didn't side in Banefire because they played a bunch of 2-drop creatures, and it looked like they were more of a mid-range deck. But if they don't play the same way, my way of play will be invalid. In my experience, a lot of the people who claim that they love brewing and everybody who doesn't brew is wrong, those people are just looking for an excuse as to why they lost the game with their deck that's terrible. It's okay to like brewing, but you'll be more successful at brewing if you understand what the good decks are doing and don't give yourself cop-outs as to why you're losing to them. Pirates Pillage with treasure map is kind of sweet, huh? And again, nothing wrong with brewing, nothing wrong with trying new things. I love doing that. Most of what we do on the stream is trying new sweet things, but there's no reason to try and put people down and be negative because they enjoy playing Magic in a different way than you. Captain Harris, the 4 months was quick. Just bought Jeskai control for standard. I'm excited to play. Awesome. Woof. I guess we have a bunch of cards left over on the table because of treasure map. Yeah. Here's the actual God's honest truth. If your brew was good, it would become a meta deck and then you'd have to hate yourself. But if your brew doesn't become a meta deck, that's probably because it's bad. Wannabe Beetle. Do you think if you never brewed with Kiki cards, you would have an open trophy today? Probably. Oh, that's the wrong one. The disinformation campaign's a little scary. We're gonna grind our hand out with that. We can't keep cards in it anymore. Sultai, Golgari, Jeskai. There's a couple of places that have picture images describing what all the differences are. Z undoes tapping for mana. It looks like my opponent boarded into more of a control deck. So again, I left all my removal in and didn't bring in things like discard spells because game 1, my opponent played like 2 mana creatures. But it looks like they're a full-on Esper control deck here. I had intended to scry during my upkeep, but I accidentally clicked through it there. Not really a big deal. Yeah, they could be pulling up post board, is definitely true. Usually you want to pull up post board when you're on the draw as opposed to on the play. Sure. My opponent's really offended by this Powerstone Shard apparently. I'm kind of sad they didn't flip this now. What are the odds they're going to flip this next turn? High? I think I want to sit on the Star for when they flip the Azcanta. The one thing we should thank R&D for is the fact that Azcanta wasn't redefined as Surveil 1. That's cute. You think there's creatures in my deck? It's totes adorbs. Totes adorbs. Looking for a Duress here. Did not find it. I would love a Conjecture on top of my deck. Thank you for asking. Ben, subscribing with Prime, which won't auto-renew, any way to get a reminder from the system? You just need to set a calendar reminder, Jason. The Prime does not do reminders, unfortunately. That's what I do with mine. Hey, McV, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for the support. Boom goes the dynamite. The Mighty Meteor. Mighty Meteor 1, Azcanta 0. This is just the 7 mana Stone Raid, yep. It has a better animation than normal Stone Raid would probably have, to be fair. Are you an arena-only player, or do you other formats on Magic Online? We play Modern and Legacy on Magic Online. You can find a ton of Modern content on my website, and we just started doing some Legacy again. It's just an explosion turn. I think this is just an explosion turn. Well, these colors can't interact with enchantments, but we can definitely beat enchantments. Yeah, I stream, how many lands do I have here real quick? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna do this for 6. I stream Modern live on Magic Online every Wednesday, and then I upload videos directly to YouTube 4 or 5 times a week past that. It's going pretty well, Aaron. We won the last, the first game of this match by like explosioning my opponent for like 25. That seems pretty good. Pretty decent. Conjecture picks back up an instant verse. I'm hitting the 1/1 because hitting their face isn't anywhere near lethal, and the 1/1 draws them cards because of the Dawn of Hope. think I just hold the Conjecture here. I'm gonna make Karn Strokes to block these 1/1s. Holy crap, coming for that 3-year anniversary. Thanks for the 32 months, Aaron. I appreciate it. Welcome back. No, I think I want to hold. So let me talk about that. So I didn't double Mirari this turn because I wanted to be able to use Mirari to pick Explosion back up if my opponent draws a discard spell next turn. So the reason why I did that was so I could have insurance against a Thought Erasure or a Duress, which they're likely both playing. Have I ever hit 2K viewers without a host before? I'm not sure. I don't think so. This is definitely the largest number of concurrent viewers I've ever had without a large host from someone like Nox or Savitz. And thank you all for being here, by the way. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Hope you had a good weekend, having a good start to your week. We're going to be here doing standard on Arena for the next 3 hours or so. Been going for 4 hours already. That's another expansion. That's really good. Killing a land doesn't really accomplish anything here. I too look forward to playing this game on my phone. There's 30 cards in my deck.
Awaken.
I'm new here and believing that you talk through your decisions and wanting to find a streamer who does that. Well, yeah, if you enjoy the content, thanks for the compliment. Be sure to hit the follow button. And if you're someone that doesn't watch just live content, but watches pre-recorded content too, if you've just found my stuff and you're enjoying it, my website has a plethora of past videos. Basically everything I stream ends up on my YouTube channel. I just pass here. I actually just am not quite sure what I want to be doing here. I think it's just like pass and like maintain the status quo. And then they make tokens here at end of turn, so I can like shock my way through these as well, which is nice. Wow, 2K, thanks for the biddies, Dougie Adam, I appreciate it. I could pillage again to maybe get more treasures. The map's gonna flip here too, though, in a second. It does not. There's a deck list on your screen via the Stream Decker widget. Alternatively, you can also type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. The win condition is deal damage to them with Explosion. It's a burn spell, effectively. They can profane the token away, however, that costs them mana, and they have a finite amount of mana. Yeah, if they don't have a counter spell, the Mirari Conjecture with the Explosion should be lethal next turn, especially with cracking this treasure map. We just restarted, so it should be okay. Shock technically does 4 damage, so let's keep that. This Conjecture is going to do its thing. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thanks for all the good content here on YouTube. Thanks for the biddies, Jason. I appreciate it. So do I just do this for 9? Yeah, I think so. I don't think I want to crack all the treasures. There's no reason to attack and let them gain life. And if they have a counter, they have to counter both of them because the Conjecture copies this. I don't really want to draw more cards. There's a shock in here somewhere. So we're done here. Their timing on that one seems suspect. Their timing on that one seems suspect. All right, kill you in response. All right, that yeah, I think they didn't quite think that one through. That could have ended up a little bit messy for us, but thankfully it did not. Onward, upward, backward, forward. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks, all 2,000 of you, for hanging out here today. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Constructed Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play a ton of Standard here on Magic Arena. I also play some Modern on Magic Online. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support, so big shout-out to all of them. Past subscribing, and also support my stuff by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 6 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/ShugelbedUS and bit.ly/ShugelbedCA. Neo produces wonderful candy-flavored protein bars. Using code Hoagland at bit.ly/Hugelbar, you can save 10% on all of your orders there with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles using promo code Jeff5. You can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, you might have heard my shuffling deck here, which is protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on all of your orders of sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastical gaming accessories with them. How many beds have I sold? 12 year to date. I don't want to draw more cards. I know all of those are English words, but I'm not sure I understand the context. Subscription starting as low as $4.99 a month. What's going on, Random Number God? Thanks for the biddies. Memorial to Glory, so likely tokens, could be some kind of brew as well though. Could be red white angels, some kind of white mid-range deck, right? Usually mid-range or control decks are the decks that are willing to play a card like Memorial to Glory. It's going to be a tap land that's going to slow them down. Aggro decks don't generally want tap lands. Soon, oh, Adam, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. So you've got the 2 Powerstone Shards. If we draw the third, like the other one, like the other game, we could run them over very quickly here. Treasure map, sure. So I get to go Shard. I can actually just Pirates Pillage this turn. I think I'd rather get the map going rather than Pillage this turn. Probably the Divine Vistage deck. That makes sense. I've seen the red-white Vistage deck floating around. Main deck to Tecatli Honor Guard. Man, you really don't like green-black, huh, opponent? Just, like, doesn't do anything against these. You just need to hit Moment of Craving to kill these Adontos. I drove from Texas to Kansas. Thanks for streaming the entire time so I didn't lose my mind. What's going on, Engineer? I guess depending on what part of Texas you're from, that could be a long drive. Adonto's very good. This card is single-handedly why one of the main reasons why the white aggro deck is so good against control. Upkeep Scry, looking for that Moment of Craving. Yeah, I agree, Nox. And honestly, they're like good cards to have, right? Like that balance and letting those archetypes exist is like really important. So I'm not dead on board. I am taking hit for 7 here, but I get to explosion for 4, which is not unreasonable. A little sad you won't play Esper in the tournament, but good luck. Thank you, Torcat. Oh my... I decided halfway that I wanted to hit their creature rather than hit them. And that card has 2 targets. I was like, oh wait, I actually want to hit their creature to take the point of power off the table. That did not work out kindly for us. Yeah, Z will undo the targeting, not clicking again. I should know that. It's not bad television, you're not wrong. This is probably... Star of Extinction might be okay if they're more of a mid-range deck. Listen, chat, in the words of the greatest poet of our generation, when you make a mistake like that, you just have to shake it off and move on with your life. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I told you earlier I was a giver. Did you not believe me? All right, so I'm gonna bring in the fungal infections. I'm gonna bring in... Actually, it's just fungal infections, right? I don't think this is a Ritual of Soot matchup. Like, Danto doesn't die to it anyways. They're probably gonna be a little bit bigger post board. There's a little bit of an oopsie. It's okay. It's okay, chat. I promise. We're gonna survive. I'm gonna be okay. Eldest is like pretty unlikely to kill a Danto. By the time we get to 5 mana, we're gonna be dead most of the time, or they're gonna have other things in play. Ritual kills angels. It kills like one of the angels, and that's it. You can find all of my past decks that I've already played on my Stream Decker page. You can find upcoming decks that I'm going to be playing on my deck queue. It does kill Visitation tokens, if that's what they're playing. That is true. Put a stop on my upkeep, and then put the stop on my upkeep. Oh, it didn't remove my stop that time. That's good. I think I'm in for that. This deck wants to ramp. I've not played Jeskai Nexus on stream. It's not had anybody submit that to me. So the fact they went like in and out there made me think maybe they wanted to convoke something. Do I want to upkeep Scry here? Yeah, I think so. I think I want to play the other map out here rather than play the Powerstone Shard. There is an intro pack for $5 that is worth the money in the relation of what you get compared to just buying gems normally. Yeah, the tournament tomorrow has a couple of Pro Tour winners in it. I believe both Sean McLaren and what's his name? Joel Larson are both playing in the tournament. The range of skill levels in the tournament is really interesting. There's a bunch of like SCG folks like myself and like Jim Davis and some other people along that skill level. And then there's like Pro Tour winners, and there's other people who have like literally never played a match of the standard format before they got invited to this tournament. Maybe I'm supposed to bottom that actually. Yeah, Nassif as well. Yeah, I should have bottomed this. I need a way to kill this Aurelia. I have no idea if Sifka is playing. I don't know. The full participant list isn't posted yet. Does anyone play as much standard as me? Probably not. I play basically almost all standard, but playing a lot doesn't make me an expert by any means. I'm not sure that we really have any way to get out of this here. This game's really showing one of the big issues with Grixis control in general in this format, which is that Grixis control really struggles without having a good board wipe. There's no settle the wreckage in these colors. There's no cleansing Nova. Ritual of Soot just does not do it. Yeah, I suppose I could hit Star of Extinction here. That's true. I guess I could still hit Star of Extinction. I can't even kill this anymore with Fungal Infection. Yeah, very dead. Yeah, not having a sweeper in your control deck's a big deal. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. When I get back, we're gonna play, I don't know, another 2 hours or so of Magic. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Yeah, I agree with the sentiment that Adanto and Carnage aren't really important to the balance in the standard format. I think having safety valves like that force the control decks to have to play specific answers that they otherwise might not be interested in playing keeps them from being too oppressive. Not quite a 7-lander, but basically. They got rid of the best of 3 ladder. And without the best of 3 ladder, just like the unranked queue for best of 3, the deck quality is extremely low in my experience so far. Hey, Life, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, Danto is a sweet card. It's like a card that can only be good in aggro decks, and control can't play it as an anti-aggro card. I agree that it is very well designed. On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map, on the map. Looks like Jeskai control. I have to imagine this matchup's probably okay for us, right? Especially post-board, we get to bring in 7 discard spells. Looking for a land here. I don't want a Pirate's Pillage because my opponent has a counter spell. I'll have discarded a card for no value. Oh yeah, I have Banefires as well. Very true. We have the power. Stone Shard. Get a little carnage going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm playing white-red aggro, Cordy. We played it this morning. It was just incredibly good. Archetype's just very powerful. I played a cute deck that I liked at the Invitational, and I went 1 and 3 there with it, so I'm just gonna play a deck that's accepted as good. Do I even want this card? I guess if I'm putting them on control, I want this card. That just grinds value.
Nothing is ever truly lost.
Twitch is hosting the tournament, actually. As part of their Twitch Rival series. The tournament starts at noon Central Standard Time. So I have 7 mana total here. So I could Conjecture, pick the Discovery back up because you can get the Dispersal half, and then I can actually Discovery and then pick the same card back up again next turn. No Modern today, Chef Seth. My live Modern is going to be on just Wednesdays for the time being, with original YouTube stuff being posted several other days per week. So I'm doing 4 live Modern / Legacy leagues a week, and then 4 to 6 extra offline things that get uploaded directly to YouTube. It is a Jeff Hoagland YouTube original series. No, I don't have any put together for today. The start of my week is kind of crammed. I had a nuts weekend, so probably have new ones go up. I think my plans are to post 2 videos on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, this standard format is just kind of absurd. It's very, very good. They are tagged Jekyll Girl, and there's a playlist on the front of my page. If you go to youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, there's a playlist that has all the YouTube exclusives in it. And they are tagged on YouTube. I have a lot of requests for YouTube only content so far. Most people who are submitting things are choosing no preference. So they don't care whether it's online or YouTube only. And the Twitch viewer numbers are just so much worse for Magic Online that I'm seeing if I do more Arena Live, if I can boost my viewer numbers up a bit. Thoughts on just making Karn Struck tokens? Probably a good idea, actually. That's probably not a bad idea. Would it be rude to ask for a tag when my deck is played? I don't notify people when their decks are played. There's just too many decks in the queue and it's too much to keep track of. I just don't have enough hours in the day. So that's just not something I offer.
A previous choice.
I guess I'm still upping card. Yeah, maybe I should just make 7/7s. I don't know. Drawing cards is good. I'm like, at this point, with the Conjecture and the expansion in my hand, I'm gonna kill them next turn, right? Like, I'm gonna triple Powerstone Shard, double Explosion, kill you. There's Baffling End in the sideboard because it's an aggro deck. And Seal Away doesn't get rid of blockers. It only gets rid of tapped creatures that are attacking you. So Baffling End is a card that aggressive decks can leverage. I mean, even if they have a counter, I get 2 copies of Explosion here. So like if they counter me, I'm still gonna draw 40 cards. They need double counter here. Even if they double counter, it's like, what's the big deal? I think I'll actually keep the land on top. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the land on top again here. Get counters going up on these. The tournament tomorrow is being hosted by Twitch. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is X is 13. Why did they let me draw? No, I sneezed. I just had the decency to mute myself when I sneeze. So because they let me draw first, I now have my own expansions, which get to copy their counterspell here. So they need like Disdainful Stroke. So I get to cut all my creature removal and bring in 8 counterspells and 2 Banefires. Seems good for me. That's just super clean. Just like 10 removal spells out, 8 discard spells, and 2 Banefires in. If you win money from Twitch, do they pay you in bits? Well, Twitch pays me in cash. Those bits turn into cash for me. Those are real dollary dudes that do things like pay my mortgage. They're wonderful. This deck is on 0 creatures. That is correct. Probably watch out for war bosses and drakes. I don't know, maybe. Like Banefire, Explosion, and Eldest Reborn technically take creatures off the table. So we're not stone cold to creatures out of the board. Yeah, definitely, Whitman. Getting started streaming is really easy. Software like OBS and Streamlabs OBS are very point and click. Taking this relationship to the next level, just upgraded to tier 3 always to support my favorite streamer. Thank you, Bronze. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Remember, tier 3s can add a new deck to the queue every month or bump a deck in the queue by 40 points. So let me know what you'd like to do with that. This deck is sweet. This deck isn't something that I designed, so this is a viewer-submitted deck list. If you're interested in getting one of your decks played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to check out my bit.ly/Google sellout link there. Details on what it takes to get your deck played here. So my health total is not likely to matter in this match. Do I want to Erasure here, or do I want to Duress? I think I'm going to Erasure because it's more mana efficient. The upside to Duressing is I don't get syncopated. Look at that. All right. What's the next set to come on? When the next set comes out, I'm definitely buying a Tron League. It's going on, bro. So it's just easy war boss here, right? I think I'll take the land. Seems fine. We'll Duress this. We'll Duress the Cleansing Nova so it can't destroy all of our artifacts. Pretty confident just go ahead and Duress here. Might as well. Stick treasure map next turn. I guess I could expansion my Duress. I wonder if they have a counterspell though. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna expansion. And it doesn't actually matter which one I target here, right? I'd like to take your Cleansing Nova. They have another negate here. Getting to stick this treasure map under their other negate's a big deal as well. It allows us to start grinding some card advantage. I would love a Karn. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Discovery here to start. So that way... Oh wait, I need to go to my main phase. Looking for another discard spell here, ideally. The Mirari is pretty good. I think I'm gonna keep both of these, actually. Because next turn with the double Powerstone Shards, I can go Karn, they'll negate, and then I'll cast the Mirari Conjecture right after. And if they negate this, then Karn sticks next turn, which is like also good for me. All right. Do you want to destroy something and let me resolve a spell? So I think I'm actually going to lead on this now. Because since they have the white for Invoke the Divine, they could just destroy this. So if they counter it, I'd rather this get countered than Karn. Yeah, this seems fine for me. There's still 2 lands off of any threats because Crackling Drake needs red. The choices we make reveal who we are. Karn found me a land so I can scry with my treasure map. The Divine has been invoked. Karn will get my Thought Erasure next turn. Alright, what do you got? You know they have 2 Tefris. That's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take the Niv because he's harder to deal with. He's a little bit further away than the rest of them, but he's also just harder to deal with. I wonder if I just like down tick Karn the next 2 turns and start beating them up. If they miss a land drop here again, I'm gonna down tick Karn. Alright, that puts us to 3-1, 2-1, 2-1. Played 3 matches total. Slow and steady. They had a plan for missing a land drop as well. You're not wrong. Slow and steady. It seems fine. I am currently standing in front of my computer. I have a desk that has motors in the legs, so that way it can go up and down. So I split my time while I stream, standing and sitting. No, tomorrow's tournament's a casual 10K, so it's best of 3. Because everybody knows best of 3 is that traditional casual Magic format. What's the story behind the gesture? The story behind the gesture is, the joke is, I am the gesture of Hoaglandia and I dance for your entertainment. These seem fine to keep. I'll take a shock. I'll shock this. Actually, I'll probably shock. Nah, that's not true. Yeah, I'm gonna shock this. Then we can Lava Coil this other one next turn. Oh, they don't have green mana. That's good for us. Alright, now I'm going to bin the Lava Coil to this, because my other 2 cards are real good. Walking all around here. This Eldest Reborn's about to be real great. This card generally isn't fantastic against green-black, but when they have slow starts, it's just so brutal. Yeah, when I'm sitting, you can't see it, but my leg tends to bounce when I sit as well. So I can Conjecture, pick back up my Discovery, which sounds good. And then next turn I can pick up the Pirate's Pillage. Nothing's been said about getting rid of best of 3. Best of 3's not going anywhere. Everybody jumping to these random conclusions that they're getting rid of best of 3 because they're starting the ladder with best of 1 is nonsense. It's completely unfounded. The reason why they haven't added best of 3 yet is because they're behind on all of their timelines. I would bet large amounts of money. You know, I actually have one of those. I need to blow it up. One of my buddies gave me one. I'm not a huge fan of the chair that I have, so seems like it could potentially be a good idea, an exercise ball for bouncing. Actually, do I even want to? Do I even want to do this turn? I kind of just want to shock this, right? Because Eldest Reborn will be able to kill a Planeswalker or a Carnage Tyrant here. I think I'm just going to do this, play this tapped and pass the turn. And like next turn I'll be able to draw 4. Well, best of 3 was previously called competitive, and now it is no longer. It is very important that Arena offer a best of 1 game mode. It is very, very important. If you don't enjoy best of 1, that's okay. You're not required to enjoy best of 1. Not everybody enjoys Magic in the same way. And it's okay if somebody else likes to play Magic in a way that's different from you. I personally don't enjoy best of 1 because of the added variance it brings to Magic. But if other people enjoy playing best of 1, that's great. They can and should enjoy it. Oh, you know what? I probably should have used my treasure to cast the Discovery there because it was going to get doubled up. I was talking and not thinking about it. That's definitely what I should have done. I think we could rename best of 3 mode to bitter veteran mode, probably. So here's the thing, Sabin. The very egotistical, self-serving, looking down on other people who are trying to play Magic different from you statement that you just made there, it's not real Magic. That's the same thing elitist jerks say about Legacy when they talk about Standard, and say about Standard because they play Modern. Whatever format somebody doesn't like to play, their response is always, I don't like to play that format because it's not real Magic. The only way real Magic is played is the way that I enjoy. If it was good enough for my father and my father's father, it's good enough for me and it should be good enough for you. It's just like, it's okay. It's okay for people to like different things. In fact, one of the greatest things about Magic is that Magic is a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Magic isn't a single game. Magic is a rules engine that a lot of different games are played under. And those games range from best of 1 to best of 3 to Modern to Legacy to Standard to Limited. All of these things together are what makes Magic great and why it has so much replayability and why it captures so many people for so long. All right, so I'm gonna do like X's 7 here, keep a couple of treasures. A+ rant. Thank you, Jester, for the 23 months. I appreciate that. And like, again, I don't like best of 1. I greatly prefer best of 3. But I think it's nonsense for me to say best of 1 is stupid and shouldn't exist. Because there's people who like it, so let them like things. Other people liking things doesn't negatively impact the things you like. I think we might be winning here. What do you think? Do you think we're a little bit ahead?
There is great power in the things we make.
There is great power. The Pirates Pillages are kind of sweet with Karn too. This is my first time playing Pirates Pillage with Karn. It's been really good. It's good with Treasure Map too as well, right? Because Pirates Pillage with Treasure Map basically turns into a draw 4. So if you're looking for a Modern deck or a Standard deck, if you go to my website, I have a bunch of decks up there, and the Modern decks, there's so many of them, I even have them sorted by how competitive I think they are. Is it right to get your views are related with Nox being off today? 110%. Part of the reason why I have such a large viewer bump is because Nox is offline. Normally we have pretty good viewers for Arena though. I average like 1100 to 1200 with Arena usually. So my opponent's playing green-black. How do we win? You win with Explosion. Your Explosion kills them, which is great. I think Ritual of Soot is here. Is decent here. Probably don't want the Moment of Cravings. I never said it was stupid. Everyone is missing the biggest point. The game has been designed for decades. Sure. And for decades, Magic wasn't designed with EDH in mind. And EDH is still a big part of Magic too. And saying Magic wasn't designed without sideboards in mind, that's kind of silly too, in my opinion. Because Magic has casual formats that are designed to be best of one. So stop it. You're wrong. Magic's always been designed to be so many different things. MTG views are growing with the growth of Arena. Yes. I don't even think that they're growing. Like, I've been for people that aren't familiar with me, I've been streaming Magic here on Magic Online for going on 5 or 6 years now, and my own growth curve here on Twitch, even streaming full time with Magic Online to Arena, is just night and day. Arena is the future of competitive Magic. It's done wonders for the game. This hand obviously needs a blue source, but it's like pretty reasonable otherwise. I think that some established Magic players are fearful that new increased demand to Arena will drive set development towards best of one. Sure, the people always want to wildly speculate on things they have no data on. That's just human, right? But until when Wizards of the Coast announces that they are moving all premier competitive play to best of one and they're getting rid of best of three, then I'll complain. Then I'll like say, hey, this is silly. Competitive play should be best of three because it's the lower variance format. You want your competitive play to be lower variance most of the time, I would think. But that's not what they're doing. They've just made their first ladder season only best of one because they don't have time. Their product is rushed and they're just trying to get it to market. What's the world? Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. I don't know who's streaming right now. I'm going to be going for another 2 hours or so. When I sign off, I'll find someone else streaming standard to host. I would greatly prefer best of three with one deck as opposed to the Hearthstone style gameplay. A lot of Magic is designed with sideboards in mind, and there's cards that are explicitly only sideboard playable, and there would be entire archetypes that are just unplayable in Magic without a sideboard. I agree, Mini Koopa. Arena is good in a way I never thought digital Magic could be good. It's hard to really draw metrics to like where exactly growth is coming from, unfortunately. I think I actually keep both of these. So like neither of them are the blue source, but like this Powerstone Shard lets me Star of Extinction next turn. I got you, Infracture. Oh, they're this weird deck. I have no idea. I have no idea the mysteries of the pairing algorithms. Please play another creature this turn or a planeswalker. I didn't play the Karn last turn because I don't want my Karn in play when I Star of Extinction. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Star of Extinction. So if I play this, it leaves me enough mana to star, right? Oh, I just lost myself a mana. No. Yeah, I had to do it that way. So let's blow this up. And I'm one short of, or two short of casting Karn. So the Star of Extinction here is really a 3-for-1 because killing the Memorial to Folly denies them a way to bring back a creature from their graveyard later. So it's like doing more than just these two in play. Joel, thanks for the $3 tip. I appreciate it. Is Midnight Reaper a must-play for Golgari midrange? I think it is. Golgari, Midnight Reaper lets you trade profitably in combat when you otherwise wouldn't, and Midnight Reaper lets you convert a card like Llanowar Elves into something that generates meaningful value in the late game. The star animation is really good. Perfect. I get to go ahead and Thought Erasure here before I stick Karn now, because obviously they're sitting on a lot of answers, right? That's fantastic. I like how they brought in Golden Demise, and again, this is one of the advantages that you get from playing a brew like we're playing. My opponent likely had no idea how to sideboard, right? Because we're not really playing a stock deck list. Both of these are great. Deal. There is not a low graphics mode option. Arena is a video game. If you would like a low graphics mode option, there's an application called Magic the Gathering Online that has less than low graphics. It has no graphics. What do you think is an honest time frame we'll see MTGA come to mobile? I'd be very surprised if Arena ever came to mobile. The games that are successful on mobile, like Hearthstone, like Eternal, these games are designed with mobile in mind and restrict their design space to fit on a computer screen. Even this board with this many lands in play will quickly become difficult to manage on a phone screen. Yeah, the extension is A+, fantastic. What standard deck would you recommend for someone who likes to win but is a bit burned out by the white-red aggro deck that I'm going to be playing tomorrow? Is very good. We streamed with it earlier today. I don't need, oh, I do technically need a second blue source, right? My explosions need a second blue. This is just a random viewer submission. If you look at my deck queue, maybe the deck name has a username attached to it, but I don't really track names specifically. Pirate's Village sounds fine. And again, I'm going to hit this here, even though I'm keeping the card on top already, because I just want the extra counter on it. So Conjecture is going to pick something up here. We'll pick up Discovery. And then I'm actually just going to wait a turn. Yeah, I'm going to wait a turn to cast these for when they're doubled up by this. Don't think about the flavor, Larinax. Just don't do it. This game's likely pretty over here. This deck's kind of gas. I like having no creatures in my deck. There's something truly special about playing a creatureless deck in Magic. Another Pirate's Pillage, sign me up. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit this again so I can flip these next turn. Dinner Bandit, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Alright, who would like to draw some cards? Unfortunately, Star of Extinction isn't actually that good here. We're gonna draw a couple cards this turn. Because remember, these Pirates Pillages are technically free, because they're each gonna make 4 treasures. Yay, treasure! Just take a couple of spells out of their hands here. Do you think it's okay to show this part on Twitch? Should we flag the channel not safe for work at this point? What are our opinions? This Karn struck's about to be like Xbox huge. It's gonna be very large. Large, gentle golem. My name makes this team at SFW. What's going on, Emmercool? Welcome back. Yeah, we're gonna shrink him all the way down to a 13 here in double shock. Man, next turn when we flip these maps over, this is gonna be able to live through a meteor. This thing can live through a meteor next turn. The opponent is still playing because they don't value their time. Oh, maybe we're going to be a little bit short because the map stops being an artifact, right? Well, they can't be dead on board if it's based on our hand, right? The very definition of dead on board means they have to be dead on the board. All right, with the Pirates Pillage and this treasure map, we could survive the meteor. All right. Just to say we did it. We should thank our opponent. They're letting us do this. They could have conceded and taken away the fun of having a giant thing.
Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Oh gosh, we're one short, aren't we? I think we're one short. This picks up an instant, right? Yeah, it does. That one, please. Let's give him a little love tap. Draw step dispersal. That's funny. A little boop on the nose. All right, we're 3-1. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Thanks everyone for hanging out today, by the way. Really awesome to have over 2,000 people here. Remember, if you're enjoying the content, to follow the stream. That doesn't cost you anything. Also, maybe consider giving me a follow on Twitter. I always tweet when I'm going live and with what. I always post what deck lists and image form that I'm streaming. 1 month with my safety sword. I haven't poked my eyes out yet. What's going on, Lost Lurgoyf? That bodes well for your real sword. Thank you for the resub at the tier 3 level. I really appreciate that. Remember to drop me a submission through the forum if you'd like to add a new deck to the queue. Or drop me a message in private if you'd like to bump something up that's already in there. It seems fine. It's got a lot of removal in it, so if my opponent's not playing a creature deck, we could be a little bit sad. I'm gonna shock this in on one, I think. Nah, that's not true. I have plenty of 2-mana removal. Bezo Bucks, Even Steven, thank you for the 2-month resub. Welcome back. If they're playing blue-black control, this hand leaves a lot to be desired. Although the Pirates Pillage could maybe let me filter some of these removal spells to something useful later, if they don't get discarded or countered. Death Panda with the 3 months. Thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Congrats on making it to silver. What's going on, Project Swamp? Howdy, howdy. So not surprised to see a Pillage go away there. Their deck likely doesn't care about most of our removal spells. Expansion is kind of a sweet draw here, because it means if they have another discard spell, I can discard them back. One of the things to remember about expansion is that in a counter war, you can expansion their counterspell to counterspell their counterspell. So this is basically a 2-mana counter when your opponent's countering you. How does this deck hold up in the mirror? Draw your Powerstone Shards, I imagine, is important. Powerstone Shards actually been really impressive in this deck so far. We've ramped a lot with that card today. All right. You can punch me in the face, but I'm gonna punch you in the face first. Deal? Deal. All right, I think I'm taking this. Yeah, they're pretty far off of that. I'm gonna take their counter spell. I'll have a removal spell for that thing later. I agree, Poro King. Personally, this is the best standard format I have ever played. It's very, very good. Not surprised to see them take our pillage away there. Really wanted to draw some kind of payoff there. Get to ramp a little bit here at least. The feedback on the YouTube only content so far has been very, very positive. Once I've been doing the YouTube only content for about a month or so, I'll probably send out a poll to my subscribers asking them how they feel about it. Because as always, the people who pay my bills dictate how this channel gets run. This is a business and they're the ones that support it. They're the customers. So I actually want to talk about that. So the reason why I binned the Lava Coil as opposed to these two is because these two together kill this, and the instant speed to kill this before they untap with a counterspell I think is important. I also want to let them surveil before I kill their Dream Eater, because if they know their Dream Eater is going to die, they might surveil differently. So we want to let them resolve their surveil, and then we'll go ahead and kill this. Haha, I got that one first that time, Project Swamp. Oh, they know I can kill it, right? You're totally right. They know from the thought erasure. They don't know about this one. So the Eldest kills it, but the Eldest potentially kills a hexproof creature like Nightveil Predator later. Also, if I let them untap, that exposes me to a counterspell. There could be some upside to holding the Shock and the Craving in the event that they have something like, say, a Thief of Sanity later, but that's kind of meh. I'm holding this land for now because my opponent's deck often plays the card Disinformation Campaign, which makes me discard a card of my choosing. I'd much rather bin this land than this Eldest Reborn. Right. So I'm holding this explosion until next turn when it can get doubled up. Man, I really hope they're holding Syncopates. That would be real good for us. Do I want to Discovery? I think so. Yeah, the Powerstone Shards have been very impressive. Theros Block Standard was fine. It just wasn't the best standard format I've ever played. And this standard format is, no joke, the best standard format I have ever played. It is very, very good. Another Conjecture here is real good. So I'm not going to scry during my upkeep because I want all my mana to Expansion Explosion this turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'll do this for X of 7. And would you look at that? We drew a couple of shocks. We've actually had this happen a couple of times. Like, we were a little bit shy of the full lethal, and like the shocks were good. What do you think is the most stable standard combo deck right now? I really like the Esper Amulet deck that we've played a bunch. I think it's very, very, very potent. This is the best format of Magic I have ever played. Standard, Modern, Legacy. It's very, very good. The selection of decks that you can play, the play patterns that those decks generate, the amount of metagaming and tuning you can do within each even major archetype. Alright, so Cravings and Lava Coils are going to come out here. I'm going to bring in these Thought Erasures and a couple of Duresses. I think I want to leave in Eldest Reborns and Shock, because my opponent's likely going to have Thief of Sanity in their deck post-board. One of the most important things to remember when you're playing Magic is that you don't want to be sideboarding for the deck you just played against. You want to be sideboarding for the deck that your opponent's about to be, which again is one of those complexity things that you get from sideboarding in best of 3 in Magic, as there's these levels of what you expect your opponent to do post-board. I agree. Star of Extinction seems mediocre, and these Banefires seem good. Banefire is also like a pseudo answer to Thief of Sanity, right? Like, they play Thief on 3, I can untap and Banefire it for 2. This seems fine. I think I'm going to leave the last 2 Duresses on the board. Yeah, and with the Settle the Wreckages and all the cards that gain you health, the Esper deck is often good at not dying before turn 5. Am I going to be getting into the arena tournaments that are supposedly coming, like actual pro Magic, not the Twitch one tomorrow? Nah, probably not. If the arena tournaments that Wizards of the Coast is running are at all similar to the Pro Tour, the amount that it takes to qualify for them is going to be an incredible effort. That's not one that I'm going to be looking to produce. Manuel, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. You gotta remember, like, I'm not like an aspiring pro Magic player, right? Like, I'm a Magic professional. I do this, I'm here full-time streaming. This is my job. I don't need to like play in high variance Magic tournaments to like make extra money. Not surprised to see Duress go there. Both these lands come into play tap, so I did not have the option to Duress them on 1. Seems fine. Yeah, it's a great way to put it, Clacker. I am a Magic entertainer. Edutainer, even. Occasionally people learn things here. I could get punished for binning the shock if they have a, what's it called? A Thief of Sanity. I mean, like, what brand awareness am I gonna gain that I don't have now, Jesse K? Like, I mean, I'm at the top of Magic on Twitch at this very moment. I'm often in the top 5 when I'm streaming. Like, people often make that argument, like, when going to, like, paper SCG tournaments, too. And it's like, well, I could theoretically do that. It's also a huge cost, right? One of the things a lot of people don't realize about streaming on Twitch is that when you're not streaming, you're basically losing money that you could potentially be making, and followers and all that jazz. So like taking time off of to do anything other than stream, if it's going to be work related, comes at a huge opportunity cost. Sounds like the audio is chugging up here again. Probably need to kick it again here shortly. I don't think I want to restart mid-match though. I'm gonna mute the game audio while it's messed up so y'all don't have to listen to the distortion. Sorry, you're gonna lose. So, the latest update, Arena no longer crashes on me, but when we've been playing for a long enough time without restarting it, it starts to lag the audio like that. My immersion. The bugs are evolving. No, that's not a Linux or a Wine thing, EGH. That's just an Arena thing. Wine is quality software, so it runs Arena just like it would on Windows. That's not to say it happens on every Windows system, but it does happen on some Windows systems.
The choices we make reveal who we are.
Like, obviously I'm not like Dr. Disrespect or Ninja, but like for context, when I took 4 days off to go to the Invitational, I lost 200 subscribers in that time with a 4-day break. I got the Banefire because Banefire plus Explosion could potentially push me through. Hey, Rickadorai, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No, those were actual subs, Chuckle Girl, not gifted subs. So people who use Twitch Prime often fall off, and then they only remember to re-up if they're watching regularly. This might be real bad for us. Hey, P-Clash, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. See what they're gonna bounce here. I wouldn't be too surprised if they bounced the Conjecture. Bought the Pig board game for the kid on your recommendation. Thanks for the 8 months, Rod. Yeah, the Happy Pigs game, I like that even just for adults. Like, my kids aren't quite old enough to play like actual resource management board games yet, and I like Happy Pigs just as an adult board game. What Jeff Hoagland just described with Twitch Prime falling off is what happens with mine. Yep. 5 months, that's so many. It is a long time, Griffin. Welcome back. I think we might get ground out this game. What's going on, Dingo? It looks like you have a boot here. Does that game involve flooping pigs? Kinda. It's a pig management game. Root Samurai with the sub gift, Rooney. Thank you for that. Alright, who are we picking up? Yeah, probably Hoof. Doing commentary on occasion seems fine. Especially if it's remote commentary work. Wow, they bounced the Karn. That kind of surprises me. Yeah, that's true. We are, and like worth noting here, like we're 23 cards into my deck without a Powerstone Shard, right? Which the most viewers I've ever had watching me on a Twitch stream was. I have some kind of metric like that. I think it's around 2,300. 23 or 2,400. There's actually a website here I could tell you offhand. This website, if you're into like Twitch data and statistics, you can click this here and find a lot of good information about Twitch. Well, all right, I'm gonna take their threat. The rest of that's pretty scary though. Hey, Rickard, thanks for the support. And yeah, sub is way more than I ever get in ad revenue. Like by a factor of many. Yeah, but you have to keep those people for a long time to like keep that metric. It was like over 3K for like a blip. Yeah, the Dino Frenzy deck tends to be really good against dirtily style control decks. Yeah, you can't expansion a Banefire for more than 3, chat. That's not how expansion works. Wow, they took an Eldest Reborn. Huh. That's the Twitch stat page. It shows you stats based on game based on streamer, based on all sorts of different stuff. You can filter for certain timelines too. Oh, they're just taking both my Eldest Reborns. That makes sense. My hand's just gonna get ground out next turn. So I think with this in mind, I'm actually just going to... I think I'm actually just gonna get some pressure going here. I'm gonna do this into a Karn token. Like, my hand is about to get completely slaughtered by these disinformation campaigns, right? So like, this is gonna get copied. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just double shock this with this Banefire, because I'm losing all the cards in my hand anyways. So I might as well just get in here and do this. I have a Mirari Conjecture in exile that I could pick up with Karn next turn, potentially. Oh, this is a good line from the opponent. I didn't think about that. That was well played on their part. Did not think about that line. Probably dead here. The event tomorrow starts at noon Central. So I'll be streaming a little bit longer than normal tomorrow. I believe in you, little Karnstruct. He's going places. He's doing things. Do you believe in my Karnstruct? Will I be streaming before the event? Yeah, I'm planning to, Jekyll Girl. Maybe for a little bit. I might actually do the gym tomorrow morning, since I'm going to be doing a longer stream because of the event. I need to figure that out exactly. I've just been a little bit sick over the weekend, so I didn't go to the gym both days like I usually do. And the holidays are coming up, chat. Need to hit the treadmill so we can eat some more sugar. We're pretty unlikely with this. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. There's a game 3 here, but I'm gonna go ahead and restart arena really quick, so the audio can stop being funky. So I'm not gonna do a full shield, but I'm gonna kick arena and really quick before games 2 or 3. Or except being fat. I don't mind being overweight. I mean, I'm like slightly overweight. I'm like 205 pounds at 6 foot. So I've got some dad bod going on. I just want to be, you know, be able to like run after my kids and not be out of breath. Walking on the treadmill while streaming? That's an interesting idea. It probably would be noisy though. It's not that bad. It could definitely be worse, but... It's definitely better than the American average. Like I said, I don't exercise to be thin. I exercise so I can eat slightly worse and, like, you know, maintain my weight. I think I just have to take this information campaign here. Man, that sucks. Their hand is really good. Father figure. I'm past the point in my life where I need to attract a mate. Okay, chat? I'm good. I'm good on that front. I'm fat, married, and happy about it, okay? If I hit a 4th land next turn, I can play Treasure Map and then expansion their counterspell back at them. Perfect. Someone asked about the spoiler. Vaguely, I haven't looked at all of them. They went up while I was streaming today. Really? Okay. Deal. Your stream excels with chat interaction. It seems like it'd be much more difficult with the 5-minute tournament delay tomorrow. Yeah, the tournament probably isn't going to have a ton of commentary involved in it, because my play is much worse when I'm commentating. So I'm going to be playing a tournament. My stream's going to be live for tomorrow, but tomorrow's probably going to be some of my worst content that I've made in a long time while I'm participating in the tournament. And if I scrub out of the tournament, I'll probably do just a normal stream after. But as far as like quality content is concerned, tomorrow is not going to be quality content for me. I don't hope so, Clacker. I hope I play against like 6 different people who have never played Standard before. That's my hopes and dreams. So the reason why you don't play clunky cantrips like Charter Course and stuff like that is because you'll just die to aggressive decks that exist in the format. There's only so much time you can spend like dirtling around not interacting with the board, and 2-mana cards that just set up your draw are like not worthwhile. They're card selection, they're not card advantage. What do you think is the biggest weakness of blue-black control decks? Interacting with cards like that are enchantments and artifacts. No, I'm gonna be boring and play white-red aggro tomorrow, because that deck's real good. Sabotage, Dream Eater, Eldest Reborn. I don't really care about the Eldest Reborn, I don't think. Dream Eater's kind of annoying, and that's happening next turn. The blue black archetype's okay. It just like has pretty typical control deck problems where it doesn't have a fantastic set of answers. So like your opponent can deploy threats that are just like line up well into what you're doing, and then to top that off with, it doesn't close particularly quickly all the time. Is there a difference between copying the thought erasure and then negate with the expansion of that situation? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. It's technically more efficient to copy the erasure because it's less clicking, I believe. The Mortify reprint's exciting. I like quality answers. All of the streamers in the tournament are required to stream on a 5-minute delay, so sniping will not be an issue. Why is it unfortunate that they're worried about sniping? Like, that's just, it just makes sense that they're worried about sniping. When you put money on the line, not really. The people who are, Twitch is having an actual cast of the tournament too. So there's going to be people casting the tournament. Five minutes seems short. No, 5 minutes is fine. 5 minutes is plenty. Correct. Yeah, the bigger issue isn't even competitive integrity on the players, because like you could tell the players not to ghost. It's that you can't control Twitch chat. So like if someone from a larger streamer's chat wants to go and like tell you what's in the opponent's hand, like obviously they can't control that. No, I haven't played the ladder at all. Best of one is not a format of Magic that I enjoy. So what do I want to do here? I think, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess if I find a land here, they're dead to double Banefire next turn, right? Would you play ranked if best of 3 wins fit into your rank score? Yeah, if ranked offered a best of 3 option, I'd play it constantly. I don't have a way to draw that this turn, so I'm gonna bin it. Oh, Karn can help me find a land here too. Best MTG streamer, hands down. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the 10 months of support there, Modal. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
A curious choice.
That's awkward. You could have drawn it with Explosion for 1. Oh, that's true. Wait, but that doesn't help me. I mean, Gibbler probably just started streaming. I've been streaming for 6 hours. I always love when people who don't know how Twitch works are just like, well, you have more viewers than such. It's like, that's not how this works. You gotta build viewer count up. Oh, playing second Mirari is an interesting idea too. Yeah, maybe that's good. Better than Karn. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, I think even if we don't hit the land, we're in a good spot. I think the people that recommended playing the Mirari Conjecture last turn are smart though. I think that was a good line. That's not how expansion works. People who think I should cast a bunch of Banefires next turn should read expansion. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Whoop. Driving in my car, beep beep. Even the old one too. All right, so and this is the downside of playing in events. I'm actually gonna be done with this deck. I'm gonna resign from this even though we're not at the maximum because I need to make sure we have time to get to the last deck that we're gonna play today. So we went 4-1. That's not bad. Deck felt kind of sweet. Let's take a look at what it was doing here really quick in the wrap-up segment before we move on to our next deck. That hog land, he's so wealthy with Twitch money, he concedes before the gauntlet's done. I think of all the valuable gold we're missing. All right, anywho, this is the wrong deck. Both these control decks were pretty sweet, right? Like, I think this is probably the pick of the day so far. Like I said earlier, there's just something that's very special about getting to play a creatureless control deck that's really awesome. And this deck felt like it had good lines and going on with all the stuff that it was doing. The Powerstone Shards were very, very impressive in that entire set of games. Just ramping up mana between getting to Eldest Reborn and Conjecture sooner to like generating giant explosions, hitting Star of Extinction ahead of the curve. I think if you're looking for a sweet Grixis deck, this is probably the best Grixis deck I've played in this format. The sideboard felt like it had a pretty good plan as well here. I liked that we had 4 Duress, 4 Thought Erasure, and 2 Banefire to bring in against like Jeskai control and things like that. There's a chance I might want an extra copy of Star of Extinction on the sideboard as an extra card for the green-black matchup, but it could be that our main deck's just like good enough against green-black that I don't need to do that. All right, and remember, if you missed any of that, we played 5 matches with the deck. If you missed any of those, you'll be able to check them out later on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. And remember, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, to like the video, ring that bell, and drop a comment down below.